Guys, I can't hide the grin. I am very excited for this. This is Disembodied Tyrant with the band Synestia. So it's two bands working together. And this is the song called The Poetic Edda featuring Ben Dur from Shaolin 10. And why am I so excited? Well, it's because their last song that these two bands worked together on, I titled the video Deathcore Song of the Year Contender. So with this song, it features Ben Dur from Shaolin 10. I love Shaolin 10. So this could be the new Deathcore Song of the Year contender. At least I really hope so, because Disembodied Tyrant, I've been following these guys since the beginning as well. Dawn, I love you, man. And they seem to just keep getting better too. So I'm hoping for something brutal, shreddy, and just really, really sick. So buckle up. I think that's all we need for chit chat. So again, Disembodied Tyrant, Synestia, The Poetic Edda. Oh, we're getting chapters? Pretty. This do be pretty. Getting a little spooky in here. Ooh, okay. Okay. Come on. Let's fucking go. Mozart gone. Mozart. Beethoven and Mozart. Mozart. God, Deathcore. Fucking Mozart. Jesus Christ. These guys can actually rip on the guitar too. Oh, I didn't even notice we got into chapter 2, man. I'm just a sucker for actual good riffage in my deathcore. Less chugs, more riffs. Come on. Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's talk about it. All right, I'm going to start this review with a hot take, but I feel like this year has been really dull for deathcore. I feel like 2022 and 2021 were far more exciting years for deathcore, and this year is really the year for prog. It's something I really stand by. I feel like this year has been exciting for prog metal, but deathcore, That being said, Disembodied Tyrant and Synestia, this EP so far is shaping up to be that diamond in the rough. This is so heavy, this is so riffy, but it's also creative. This is such exciting deathcore to me. I absolutely love it. These guys are up and coming, and they should be on every deathcore fan's radar. So let me break it down what I like through the pros and cons. Number one pro is that riffy section at like 130. Now, why I thought this section was cool, other than just having cool guitar riffs, was there's been so many times in tracks where there's a little bit of a break, like a minute into the track or even earlier, and it's more just like a little short interlude before it picks up the pace again, right? But what I liked here is that they actually had a dedicated transition moment that lasted maybe like 30 seconds with going back between riffs and the string arrangement. And it actually was a cool idea to segue into chapter 2, or like the second verse, if you even want to call it the second verse. Really more like chapter 2 seems more appropriate here because of the chapters. But that part was awesome because they really honed in on that transition without rushing. It just felt creative to me. Pro number 2 is their breakdowns are exciting and they're just sick. So, you know, the final breakdown is a little bit like kind of played out, where these really heavy breakdowns are at the tail end of the song. They did it with their last track too, but pretty much every deathcore and like metalcore band's kind of doing it. So it can come across a little try hard, but they definitely managed to make it work. So whether it's like the sound effects that they were using or just the rhythms or the pacing, I think pacing is so important in these kind of breakdowns. Having that tension before that punch, they know the timing of the rhythms to really accentuate these heavy breakdowns and the delivery of the vocals and what works. This breakdown just worked. Although the ending breakdown's a little bit cliche, they made it sound really sick. Another pro that I have to this is actual just like guitar riffs. I feel like the riffs in this were just awesome. You know, there's a lot of chuggy moments, which is typical deathcore because deathcore riffage tends to be pretty percussive that works alongside the drums. But there's no denying that melody can add so much to the music, and especially when pretty much majority of every other deathcore band is just chuggy, something like this is refreshing. You know, if every band was riffy, then this wouldn't sound as original, but the fact that they really stand out with very good guitar work is just a massive pro. And another pro is I actually really like the music video here. So I feel like a lot of deathcore bands are really reliant on like satanic visuals and looks, and you know, that's pretty much death metal, but man, it's cliche. You know, we can chirp other genres of metalcore having their own cliches, but man, deathcore is for sure full of them too. So I appreciate them going for like a more mature, like Nordic kind of look to this video, and just having the like the text too, and not in this crazy font, right? I really enjoyed this lyric video far more than their last lyric video too. But yeah, I thought this song was sick. Let's move on to the cons. I don't have cons with this. I think one of them was like, it was hard to figure out Ben Dur's section. I think it was probably at the end of the track, but his vocals definitely kind of sound pretty similar to the band. So yeah, it's not really a con, but I definitely did miss the Ben feature on this. And you know, when I hear it again, I know comments will be like, he's over here. By this point, I've already know, because like I'm going to listen to this track over and over and I'll be like, oh, there he is. But on first listen, I definitely missed the Ben feature. But yeah, this song was sick. I'm going to rate it 8.7. 8.7 out of 10 for Disembodied, Tyrant, Synestia, the Poetic Edda. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are, so comment down below. Spice up my life. Guys, what you think of this song? I'd love to know. Also, if you've gotten to this point of the video and haven't clicked off yet, then I appreciate you, man. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to leave a like, enjoy the video. But on that, thank you for tuning in. Until next time. Peace.